Hello everybody, so today we are going to learn another lesson in communication function is called advice. First of all, what is advice? Advice is a guidance or a recommendation offered with regard to prudent future action or an opinion about what could or should be done about a situation, problem, or a concern. For example, someone who have a problem or a situation or something like that, he want your advice and asking for your advice. Also, in addition to, you give him an advice, okay? Here we are going to learn how to ask for advice and how to give an advice. Pay attention here first before we go into the lesson. What is the difference between advice and advice with S and with C? What is the difference between advise and advice? Advise with S is a verb, to give advice, to give someone advice. For example, in some situation, someone asking for advice and you give him an advice. Example, I advise you to resign from that company. And advice with C is a noun, is an information about something. Example, take my advice and quit that job. It's clear? Now we are going to how to ask for advice and how to give advice. Some expression that express this lesson. Here we have two dialogues between two peoples. The first one, I am very sick. What should I do? The person asking for advice. He is very sick and asking for his friend an advice. What should I do? His friends say you should visit a doctor. He is giving him an advice. Second dialogue between women and men. Woman said, I don't understand this article. What do you advise me? The girl or the woman that read an article and didn't understand it. So he asking for an advice and say, what do you advise me? And the person and the man said, I advise you to translate difficult words. Here, express an advice and give her an advice. Pay attention, we say our problem first, then we ask for advice. If we're asking for advice, we should tell or say our problem or our situation first, then asking for this advice. The other person give us an advice. There are some expressions express asking for advice like, what should I do? What do you advise me? What do you think I should do? What can I do? And what do you suggest? These are some expressions express asking for advice. And how to give an advice? There is several expressions to express this. For example, you should, I advise you to, you ought to, if I were you, I would, if I was in your place, I would do something. For example, I need to. These are expressions express how to give an advice. Let's go to let's move to this exercise. Complete the following dialogue. First, your friend has problems understanding English and he asks for an advice. You should give him an advice. What should this advice would be? Yes, you should read books and watch movie. And there are several methods and way to understand and to learn English. Okay? Here we have a dialogue between Ali and Jack. Ali have or has an headache. He asks for advice. I have an headache. What should he's asking for advice would be? Yes. What should I do? I have an headache. What should I do? Jack, give him an advice. You should take some medicine. We use the several expression to how to give an advice. Okay, it's clear. If you don't understand something, or do you have a question about this lesson, just ask me. Okay, goodbye and see you next time.